Raghav, I think with Urban Company itself, you guys have seen two stages, right? One, because it started at a time and an era when there was no competition for you guys who were doing exactly a similar concept. So I'm sure the challenges that you saw during that time was completely different versus now when there has been scale. There's more challenges from a scale perspective, right? There are two bits to the story. So how did this become a technology play? How did you actually wrap this around technology, which is what you're good at? So can we hear that side from you?
So let me actually define my version of what is a tech company, and it's a very classic debate.
Right.
And people struggle here because most people imagine tech to be, something which the company sells. So if I'm selling data, it makes me a tech company. If I'm building the next high-scale database, I'm a tech company. True, their domain is selling to some degree tech. Uh, but I think the better definition in today's world is tech is actually not a product. Tech is a process. So in theory, I do believe that any domain, any industry, no matter how archaic it must or it could sound, could easily be a tech company if the process of doing things is tech. Because essentially what tech will give you is it will give you speed to scale, which is an obvious thing. But what is not as obvious is it also gives you speed to innovate. Because as you start to codify processes, right? As a company, how do you grow is you'll figure out a certain PMF, and hence you basically cracked a certain code. Now you want to codify it as a company before you can go further. The best way to codify as well, code which engine is right. Right. So it actually does fuel innovation quite a lot. So having said that, I think a journey has been such where we started off as a horizontal layer, as a thin horizontal layer. Why? Because as a tech company, you can't really go deep. You can't control the supply chain. You can aggregate. Uh, what we didn't realize that just being an aggregator is not going to cut it. The quality, the supply chain, the structuring of the industry is so broken, right, that you can't really aggregate a broken product. That is when we kind of started going deeper, right? We questioned why do we need aggregators? Why can't we directly go to an individual? And it was a drastic move, right? The supply, like beauticians, plumbers, actually never have worked alone. They've always been a part of a small mom and pop shop, right? So having them to move from the salaried jobs onto a gig economy model was tough initially, but we were able to create massive earning jumps for them, right? Then we realized, well, how do we increase quality? And that's when our process changed into going much deeper. So we invested in training, we invested in logistics, we invested in even the products which get bought, like cosmetics, spare parts. We realized we have to standardize it, right? So we built our own product e-commerce inside us to support that. Um, and whatever, all of these basically essentially run on tech, right? Because it's impossible to scale, it's impossible to innovate. So we imagine a worldview where we are going to continuously pursue innovation, where there's a worldview where humans are not needed, right? And that fundamental DNA is what pushes us to innovate, to codify processes, to stretch a little more.